You've got it locked to New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1, New York.
Oh, yes. Today is Monday, and it is April 6th, 2015. And if you can hear me, then you are listening to Straight Talk with your host, this intellectual Kate Taylor, and her co-host, my everything and funny man and producer extraordinaire, Christopher Crash Jesus Taylor. Stay with us. We have got one heck of a funny show for you tonight. This is HTLA Radio 1, the world's best talk radio on the world's first all brilliantly exceptional, all utterly original talk entertainment programming ever. Woohoo! Yes, I won't have to talk over the music all today, all segment one. That's super.
That's the kind of theme that gets you ready for sex.
OMG. Or just a really great, funny show tonight. Yes, we're going to have so much fun tonight.
Bang that hole like you own it, unless you may be suffering from a wrongful vaginal mesh. That's right.
Yeah, those commercials, they just kill me.
Well, they are a little much, yeah.
Only one meeps, and we're definitely going to get right to the talk. So if you've not been there yet, head on over to our home, our world at HTLA, www.htlaradio1.com. That's the number one, just like us. And we are definitely going to show you why there can be only one, and that one is this one, HTLA Radio 1.
Oh, yeah.
New York.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And that's your bit, but I know you're busy doing things.
It's okay. You want to follow us on Twitter, you can.
Right.
There you go.
There you go. It's
See? Follow me at Crash Talking there. You can follow her at Miss Kitty. No, what?
No, it's Kate Taylor, HTLA.
Oh, yeah.
That's the new one.
That's the new one.
Right.
The only one.
No, there's that Fierce Kitty Kate, too. Right.
Oh, whatever. And, of course, this show, which is now straight HTLA.
Right. And if you're listening to my voice, you can call right now, if you so choose, to get with us on the air or anytime and leave a voicemail. Hear some things that you might want to hear. Tell us what you want to hear. And that number is 914-873-1NYC. That's right.
Or 873-1692. Call now. Operators are standing by. Once again, if you've been infected with the vaginal mesh, yes, you can go and do that.
Oh, my goodness. Gracious Araminda.
And because we don't discriminate, men can call in, too. Absolutely
right.
free.
Well, they have those slings, too, for men, right?
Yeah, but those are for the scrotum, I thought. Straight Talk is brought to you tonight by Tim Hortons, New York City, now with 8 fine locations in the city to serve all your coffee and baked goods needs. Tim Hortons, always fresh. Also by Netflix Original Productions. And why not make it a Netflix night and just stay in there and watch Netflix and fine, don't listen to us, whatever.
Great shows on there.
Also by PreSonus for the latest and greatest in digital and professional audio. There's only one, PreSonus.com. And, of course, Fierce Kitty Omnimedia.
Meow.
Yeah, there you go. And, of course, you never know who's going to show up on Straight Talk to talk straight.
Well, nobody tonight, unless you call in and you want to be one of those straight talkers with us. But next week, oh my goodness, next week is the big show, like we promised. And you can take this to the bank. We always keep our promises. It might be a while. Sometimes stuff gets delayed, but that's the way it goes. I tell the kids, a mommy promise you can take to the bank. That'll get done. It might take a little bit, but it will get done.
Yes, and here at HTLA Radio 1 New York, we always make mommy promises to our listeners.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's right.
So our promises are the same as mommy promises. We will get to it. And we promised a springtime full of amazing guests. And it starts next week with young actor extraordinaire. Really, really, really awesome. Jeremy Irvine will be here talking about his co-starring turn with Michael Douglas and Beyond the Reach. And we're really looking forward to that. That's going to be a heck of a fun interview. I hope we get a bunch of time. It's press junket day, so we're going to try and give him as much time as he'll allow us. So.
And don't forget, in 2 weeks is my film premiere.
Your film premiere?
Yeah. Well, it's actually this Jeremy Irvine show that's coming up that actually reminded me about mine. Of course, his film Beyond the Reach. My film the week after that will be The Reach Around.
OMG. There's going to be a lot of OMGs tonight, folks, so you're definitely not going to want to miss this show.
It's an no-holds-barred, bend-over, do you have vaginal mesh? I'd like to know you kind of show today.
That's right. So given that, I must say that, what's being said here tonight and the opinions expressed by Crash and myself are our own, and they do not reflect HTLA or our sponsors or advertisers. Just got to throw that out there. It's one of those kind of shows tonight.
Nor do we defend the vaginal mesh companies.
No,
There we go.
we don't. Not even remotely. We say sue them all.
I don't even know what the hell that stuff is. What is that?
Well, you remember, I had my gallbladder out after my daughter was born because, kids
She
will give
kicked
you...
the hell out of it, yeah.
Well, yeah, she'll give you gallstones too. But sometimes they have to do that. When you have hernias and stuff, they put a mesh kind of thing in there to hold your guts together, kind of.
But isn't it just cotton or something that won't kill you?
One would think.
Oh.
But apparently not, and,
I heard they use, metals, titanium and aluminum, stuff
I
like that.
thought that was just, for joints and such.
Well, yeah, right. I know
such.
they do that with the hips, as well
Knees.
as carbon fiber and stuff now, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
carbon fiber, right.
Yeah.
Same as my arrow shafts.
Well, like I always say, if you can't hold your own guts in, you're done anyway.
That's it.
Just let
just
it go.
pack it in now. It's time to go home.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. But it's going to be one of those funny shows. Because last week we had a really amazing show. It was a great show.
Oh, yeah.
But really draining. And it took a lot out of me.
Well, that's because you keep picking the damn serious things.
Well, that's because this is a serious show, generally.
I know.
We take, yes, everybody's entertainment, the guests we do, and the films that we do are entertainment. But we always try to find that global social conscious angle to make the show important.
Right.
As we say, we talk about the things that matter with those to whom they matter most.
And dogs lick themselves because they can.
That's right. But tonight, tonight we're going away. Yeah, last week we did suicide and depression and,
And man, I tell you, at the end of that show.
Yeah. It was very eye-opening, however, and like I posted then, afterwards, if maybe we've given one person some comfort if suicide or depression has affected their life, or perhaps given just one person a new perspective on either of those issues, then my job's done, and it was worth it. So.
And if not, I hope I was funny.
Yes, well, tonight's the funny show. We promised after that show that tonight would be funny, and God, we're going to try. So,
yes.
Right.
Yes.
Happy belated Easter to all. Hope you all had lots of ham, lasagna, and candy.
Have fun at the crucifixion.
Yeah, OMG. See, there's going to be lots of OMGs today. That's it.
Oh, what? Is that bad?
No. Not in this day and age. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Anymore. People know us, and if they don't, and they should.
I was accused the other day of being a Roman Catholic.
I got to stop saying that today. It's like the word of the day.
Word of the day is brought to you by Tim Hortons, New York City.
It's more like Fierce Kitty Omni-Media today. And we have to do our really super thing.
Super thing?
Yeah. You ready?
I'm always ready to do super things.
And tonight's show is...
Powered by Procast.
Oh, yeah. So OMGs tonight are brought to you by Procast. It's coming. Okay. There. Now.
So's Christmas
That's
once again.
right.
Yes.
Next Easter, too. All right.
Well, true. Yeah. But, I'm a Catholic, apparently.
Well, we were raised Catholic. You're Irish. I was raised Italian.
Well, yeah, okay.
So we were Roman Catholic before we defected from the church. So, yeah. That was a good call by whomever.
I'm circumcised. I'm Jewish, damn it.
Oh, man. All right. I went to Catholic high school, so you know that I'm a lapsed.
Well, I've always felt Jewish on the inside. Does that work? Yeah. Why not?
Okay. I don't know quite what that means, but all right.
Well, the whole circumcision thing, I guess. When I was young and got circumcised, and then, well, they
I
said
hope they didn't do it the way they do it. We'll have to talk to our friend Judd about that. how they do that.
Oh, well, I know there's the rabbi's mouth is involved.
Oh, it's true. It is true. I have proof. I know.
That's kind of why I like Jews.
Anyhow, okay. So tonight's show is Conversations with Kate and Crash, or Kate and Crash, the Conversations.
There you go.
Whichever you prefer.
The CIA tapes finally revealed.
Right, exactly. We're going to talk about so much fun stuff, and we're going to try to have fun because, like we said, last week was so serious. We promised a fun show tonight, so that's what we're doing. And starting next Monday, guests aplenty. Just come here every Monday because we're always going to have an awesome guest coming every Monday.
A new and important guest that you'll want to know better.
Exactly. Very well said.
I'd try.
All right. So what should we start with tonight?
Well, what I think is we should take some time out this first segment to let the viewers know what's coming, what changes have happened. We've had some changes in the guests that we're expecting. These first ones that we've put out. Unfortunately, Zoe
Kravitz isn't coming, right? Yeah, she's been. And
Robert Patrick
and Kira Sedgwick. They've gotten their schedules all changed, and they will not be making the junket with Robert Sheehan. And is Dev coming still?
They're still on the fence about him, but they have added some people that we didn't know about now. There's in that,
I would have to pull up the mail, right? We have to.
It's up for you, dear.
Oh, you're just so on the ball today, sir.
Well, I do try.
You do too.
In the arena for the Zoe Kravitz and Robert Patrick and Kira Sedgwick movie.
The Road Within.
That movie, The Road Within. Right. Yes, we are getting now not those folks. We're getting Robert Sheehan and I believe the writer and director of the film.
Right. Well, you know your mail better than I do.
Well, it'll be right near the top there.
Right near the top.
It should be one of those. Right there.
Yeah, no, these are oldies but goodies.
Well, scroll down in one of them. You might find... in one of them. In the frickin'...
I see. You do that. So you just thread all your mail.
No,
forever.
I don't. They did that, not me.
Mine doesn't go like that.
Okay, well, let's discuss the nuances of differences in our email programs for the fine listeners at home. Anyway...
No wonder you don't ever know what's going on, Daddy.
Yes, thank you.
All right, you were saying, go on.
Well, I was just waiting for you to pull up the name of the other guest, but that's okay. The important thing is that Jeremy Irvine will indeed be here next Monday night. Don't miss it. God damn it. That's the way it is. For anything else, I will try and do my best here at HTLA to keep you all informed of who actually is coming here and what their names might actually be.
You can go to the website as well because we do keep you posted, and God knows our Facebook feed is just rolling and rolling and rolling.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Okay, I don't think I want to hear you saying that.
It's Rawhide, isn't it?
See, you don't even know. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It has Giddy Up in it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let's. What
are we starting with?
Well, I think. We got about. Yeah, let's start off with the 17 would you rather questions that are impossible to answer.
Nothing's impossible. Oh,
yeah.
That's impossible.
Well, see, you might think so.
All right.
I went through these few little whiles ago here, and I didn't really have a problem with any of them. Number one is give up cheese or give up oral sex. And what would you rather?
You love both.
Oh, yeah, but I'd give up cheese in a heartbeat. Are you kidding?
Right, yeah. See, and I would... Well, it depends. Is it giving or receiving?
Doesn't say, just oral sex.
See, because if it was receiving, I could give it up because I'm into that whole denial thing. I couldn't give up giving, though.
No licky for you. Okay.
That is a really tough question, though, because I love you can't eat without cheese. You got to have cheese on, like, pizza and everything. You have to have cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So it's impossible. Right, okay.
Give us the next one.
Smell like poop and not know it. Ew. Or constantly be smelling poop that nobody else can smell. All right, well, why is that impossible? I would totally choose to smell poop that nobody else can smell and not smell it.
Well, aren't you vain? See, I'd rather smell like it and not know it.
No, thank you.
I'm a radio guy.
Well, I got to live with you. Maybe that's why you don't mind that one.
There you go.
And you know what?
And you know, I smell good on the air.
You do. You
See?
smell very good on the air. But if you did number 1, smell like poop and not know it,
Mm-hmm.
I would be number 2, constantly smelling poop. That nobody else can smell because
Very true.
nobody else is in the bed with
But
us.
that's kind of a trick answer because it's just supposed to be an individual basis.
Oh, I know.
It's not
but,
supposed to work out to our actual benefit.
But
which
we
this
are
would.
one. We are one.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, the next one, and it's one of my favorites because we have them on the other show there, coffee and cigarettes.
Oh, that's a piece of cake.
If you could eat only roadkill for the rest of your life, or have everyone else in the world sound like Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, that's an easy one because I love to cook and I love to eat, and roadkill is not on my gourmand menu. So
No.
I would just have to live with everybody sounding like Gilbert Gottfried, and because I hear him every day anyway.
We do, so it's like
It's all right. I can live with that.
It's no beans to us.
We
but,
love you, Gilbert.
so far I'm not really impressed with the unabled answer.
I know.
The
These are
absolute
so not impossible.
impossible.
I think impossible would be, would you rather murder your son or your daughter?
Daughter.
That's an impossible. Well,
No, easy, see?
yeah. Yes, well, of course, it was another daddy teen day.
Oh, yeah.
Of angst and fighting today.
Yeah,
so.
let's get ready to rumble.
These-
Number
some of
3.
These are just really gross, though. And,
Number
ew.
3. Well, I'm giving you all the good ones.
This is a centipede-like one, but okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's my turn, of
Well,
course.
I got the
Why
last
do I
one.
get all these ones? Have taste buds on your butthole or poop through your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, taste buds on your butthole because, isn't that kind of the same thing? That's another trick
That's
question.
well, to me, these are both the same thing. The thing is that if you had taste buds on your butthole,
Anal play with vegetables would be a lot more fun.
right, but that's not an option here, or poop through your mouth, either way I'm doing it in a stall in a bathroom so nobody can see it. So it's really my own.
Yeah, but no, either way, you're going to taste the poop.
Yeah, it's my own private pain.
Right. That reminds me of the centipede films, the human centipede films,
I know.
which, believe it or not, actually turned out to be really good. Just,
Believe it or not.
Okay, your turn.
All
You
right.
always get the good ones.
Would you rather have to say everything on your mind, i.e. liar, liar, or never be able to speak again? And this one is easy for me. All right, I picked it instantaneously.
What?
Never be able to speak again.
I knew you were going to say that, but in real life, it would behoove you to have to do number 1 because that's something you need to work on. He's your typical non-communicative man, so he needs to be able to do that.
All of the great philosophers and the great minds on this planet in the history of existence,
You included.
Confucius, Buddha,
Yes,
never be able to speak again would mean that your ears would be open.
that's right. So true. Your growth would be immense, but you wouldn't be able to share it with anybody.
Doesn't say I can't write.
Good point. And then, but
I got
all
a
right,
laptop.
You'd get that sexy stare thing down then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right.
All
You didn't
right.
ask which one I would do.
Well, which one would you do? I wish it would be number 2.
Well, you have that choice anyway, thanks. You just got to exercise it.
Yeah. That was a little backhanded.
Yeah.
Number 1,
See,
you already do.
No, I don't really. See, and that's the thing. If I actually did say everything that was on my mind, everybody would be in trouble.
No.
Right. I actually have an enormous amount of tact. But you hear me grumbling all around the house all day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the other day I actually thought I came in here to bring his coffee in the studio and he had something running on one of the back monitors and it wasn't up on the screen. So I was just hearing it. And I honestly thought he had installed a microphone in the kitchen to hear what I was talking to myself about because I do that all the time.
To which would beg the question, what the hell were you doing in the kitchen? That was porn.
Oh, yes. Well, I didn't know it was on then.
What are you doing in the kitchen and with who? Yeah. Well,
Right.
so
Yeah.
final answer?
Oh, final answer is, I guess never be able to speak again. Right.
Number 5.
All right. Why do I'm switching. You do this one. I'll take the next one.
All right, fine. Be itchy. You know the next one is going to be poop.
I know, right?
Be itchy for the rest of your life or be sticky for the rest of your life. Well, it's an easy one for me because every night I'm sticky, so it'd be normal.
And itchy, though. You're itchy too. We got itchy, sticky.
That's a fungus. That'll go away soon.
I don't think you're sticky. Only because you get hot sleeping in the bed.
Yeah, I sweat like a pig in bed.
Okay.
Somebody likes to keep the heat on.
Oh, somebody likes to freeze me out.
In the middle of summer.
In the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's a hard one. I would abhor either. I really would. I'll be sticky for the rest of my life because I know how I've gotten that way.
There you go.
There you go. But
Number 6 is going to be poop.
It is not. Oh, man. All right, I give up. Listen, folks, this is not even funny.
This is so funny.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Number 6, would you rather eat a bowl of vomit or lick a hobo's foot? Why do I get these? Why? Cue cards down. Change them up. Shuffle them.
We did change them. You just switched places with me.
Man.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't do either. So, what is either? That is an impossible one.
Well, this isn't impossible. This is actually done by some 12 or 13-year-old, obviously. Because we don't call them hobos, kids. We call them street people.
Homeless.
Homeless.
Right, that's right.
Drunkards. Hobos? No, not so much.
We haven't called them hobos since the train and the stick with the bandana, right?
Right.
That's cute.
There you go.
I guess I would take the latter because there's no way I don't want anything to do with them. Here's an interesting Kate Taylor trivia fact, though, for you.
Oh.
I studied medicine for a really long time. I rode the ambulance, did emergency medicine. I have 2 children. I'm the mother and doctor mom of the house. Have no qualms, issues about, what we call make sick, right?
Yeah.
Can't watch it on television, right? I see a scene with somebody doing make sick on the TV and I have to leave. I can't watch it on TV, but in real life it doesn't bother me.
Somebody vomits, it's all over.
Isn't that crazy, though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can watch Saw. You can watch people cutting off their limbs all day long.
That's right, too.
Well, there you go.
Well, hopefully that's the last of the gross ones.
Well, I don't know. You've switched with me now. You don't get another one, so...
All right. Well, we'll have to finish after our first commercial break, right?
We will, because it is time to go for our first commercial break.
All right. This is fun.
When we come back, we'll get into number 7. Delivered, of course, by yours truly, back in 2.
And you're listening to Straight Talk with Kate and Crash on HTLA Radio 1, New York.
What if there was a coffee that was sourced from some of the world's most renowned growing regions, abundant with rich, fertile soil? What if this coffee was picked at the perfect moment, then packed meticulously and shipped carefully to be roasted under the watchful eye of coffee masters? What if it was expertly blended, ground, and sealed, ensuring maximum flavor and freshness, then brewed in small batches and always served fresh within 20 minutes, just the way you like it? Now, what if this coffee just happened to be the coffee you already know and love? Tim Hortons. Always fresh. Always great tasting coffee.
Some said the U.S. has lost its innovative power. We said America is lighting the way as the innovation nation. Singular insights, superior execution. That's the power of global connections. Bank of America Merrill Lynch. Voted top global research firm 2011, 12, and 13.
Wait a sec. I found our colors.
We've made a decision.
Great. Let's go get you set up. We need the brushes. You should check out our workshop.
Push your color boundaries while staying well within your budget walls.
I want to paint something else.
More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Bare Premium Plus Interior Paint. Only at the Home Depot, and now only $23.46 a gallon.
I've been so inspired by being in New York because everything from what people are wearing on the street to the way they're interacting with each other, to drive through the West Village at night and you see a couple kissing on the street, or you see someone fighting outside their apartment, or you see so much humanity on a daily basis that even if you're not inspired by your own life that day, you can be inspired by someone else's life.
You got that long hair, slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl face and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style. Take me out.
There's only one place to get more Taylor.
Once again, every sip of your favorite coffee gets you closer to spectacular prizes with the return of Roll Up the Rim to Win. Like one of 1,000 Napoleon Gourmet Grills. One of 100 $5,000 MasterCard prepaid cards. One of millions of coffee and food prizes. Or one of 40 Toyota RAV4s. It's the coffee you love and the cup you love to roll.
You've got it locked to New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1, New York.
Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it may be to you. To us, it's 11:35 p.m. in New York City right now, where it is 53 degrees in Central Park. Monday, 6th of April, 2015.
Yeah, we're getting our groove on. We're feeling the funk, and we can with the show that we've got tonight. And you'll have to excuse my little crackety voice today, because Easter was a bit raucous here at the Taylor house yesterday.
Yeah, in other words, there was a lot of freaking yelling.
Yes, sir. And, well, you were here, you know.
Well,
and,
you know what they say about Easter. You got to break some eggs.
That's right. And our son did. Our 3-year-old broke eggs. Oh, wow, he's almost 3. I'm calling him 3-year-old.
See, now wasn't it good last year when you were at the Christie's auction there and wanted to buy that Fabergé egg? I didn't let you get it?
No, that's for, well, in the new house, he won't be able to reach it.
Yeah, that's what you think. Boys are very...
Yes, I've noticed.
Very capable. Very...
Yes.
I'll get that egg if it takes me the rest of my life, Mommy.
If he's got your stubbornness, absolutely.
So anyway, welcome back to Straight Talk with Kate and Crash tonight at HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk, of course. And actually, we are. That's because New York doesn't have a talk station. We're the only one. We rule, they suck.
Like this, anyway.
There you go. Right. So tonight's special edition Straight Talk, of course, is the one before we kick off the spring season of all these celebrity guests we got coming. So we thought we'd do a little free-for-all tonight, little CIA tapes. Yeah, we're giving you some conspiracy theories and conversation, of course, and would you rathers and all kinds of neat fun stuff tonight.
Right. So call in and let us know your fun stuff. Ask us some would you rathers, whatever you like, and that number is 914-873-1NYC.
Or 873-1692. Call now. Operators are standing by.
Isn't that when Columbus sailed the ocean blue? No, that was 1492. Never mind.
I wouldn't know. That would be a different Christopher. So just before the break, we were getting into the would you rathers, the impossible ones,
right,
apparently.
It was your turn. Good. At least you have a yucky one.
Yeah, well,
I always get the yucky ones.
Would you rather go through life with a perpetual cold sore on your mouth, or go through life with a booger hanging from your nose?
Of course there was children that wrote these. Of course they were.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'll take the cold sore for $500, Pat.
I will as well, because I can cover that up with makeup and nothing you can do about the booger.
There you go, bye.
That's right. Oh, finally I get a non-disgusting question. All right.
Oh, yeah, this is just the worst.
Number 8. Would you rather... Wow, I don't know about that.
See, there you go.
Watch your parents have sex every day for the rest of your life, or join in once to stop it. Now, our kids would enjoy this question, I think.
Break the cycle.
Yeah, but as for our parents, we had different parents than our kids do. Yeah. They have to hear it every day of their life, so they're already halfway to this question. Let's see. What do you think? What would you prefer?
It's damned unnatural, no matter which way you look at it. I would have to kind of say that I would Well, just continue watching the spectacle
Yeah.
every day for the rest of my life.
I think I would also, because I could always like close my eyes and think of something else, or take a book, or do something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
Yeah.
No. I'll
Okay.
keep this daddy right here, thanks.
Right.
Yes.
Well, here's yours.
Oh my goodness. No, I just read the sex one. This one's yours.
No.
I read the sex one.
Let's rewind the tapes.
I read the sex one. You
I came
read
back,
that one.
I came back with this one. You did this
That
one.
was the one before, thank you.
Yeah.
That was before the break.
That's right.
Scroll down.
And
You
then
read
I did
that
this
one.
This one is yours.
I read that
Oh,
one.
son of a damn
Thank you. When am I ever wrong, folks? Is the wife ever wrong? No. No.
All right. Well, would you rather smell like eggs when you burp or have a green cloud appear when you fart?
I would choose the latter because that would be funny, like a cartoon.
Same here.
Yeah.
I would. That would be almost like a superpower.
Oh, no. Scratch that. I want to smell like eggs when I burp because why?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. I never burp.
Well, that's true. No, okay, I'll give you that. Sure.
I don't know how, and I never do. There have been like 2 or 3 times over the years that it's been an accident, and that's it. So I will take number 1 for 1,000, Alex.
Okay, well, I'll give you that because you are some kind of alien. You don't, so I'll give you that. I'll take the green cloud,
Right.
because that's just kind of like a superpower, I think.
Well, I don't burp because I probably would walk around with a perpetual green cloud, but you didn't hear that here. Right.
Right. Okay, and on to Miss Kate's number 10.
There we go. Thank you for some ladylike ones. Would you rather have the hiccups for the rest of your life? Ooh, this is a good one. Or always feel like you have to sneeze but not be able to? I'll choose sneeze.
I'll take that too. It's the lesser of two evils.
Yes, sir, because I have hiccups sometimes. I get them like that. It's because I don't burp. And, they're annoying. They're damn annoying. You can't take a drag of a cig, and then you hiccup in the middle, and it's really terrible.
Okay.
So.
Well, good luck smoking when you got to sneeze. Moving on to good old number 11 here. Would you rather only be able to listen to Nickelback songs or reread all 56 pages of iTunes terms and conditions every day for the rest of your life?
Well, that's easy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll listen to the songs.
No, I'd totally be doing the terms and conditions.
You don't read.
Well, it doesn't mean I can't.
No, I know that you can, but I mean you choose not to. You never read. You don't like to read.
Oh, no, just every day.
Well, I'm not talking about on the pewter.
Okay, all right. Here you go.
Oh, this is going to be a really interesting question. Number 12. Would you rather live like a king but have no friends and family? I already know your answer. Or be homeless with your friends and family?
There you go.
And we both have opposite answers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he would live like a king with no friends and family.
100%.
And I would be homeless with my friends and family.
Jeez, look at that. It's almost like the dating game.
Yeah.
Or is it the newlywed game?
Oh, we should play that one day. We're not.
Well, they took it off the air in 56, didn't they?
No, they had a new one. They had a new version of it. It was really cool.
Oh, right, with all the black and Hispanics
Do
on
you
it.
remember the first year we were married, I bought the card game?
No,
I
never
guess played it.
Blocked that from my mind.
And it's gone, but we're going to get it again and we're going to play it.
It's
Even
gone.
though
I
5
wonder where it
years
went.
we're not really newlyweds anymore, but
No.
we will be when we have our wedding on November 5th, 2015 to renew our vows.
Yes.
Did we miss one? Oh, okay.
No, 13, it's mine.
All right.
Would you rather eat a...
That's funny. Go ahead. Go ahead, I'm teasing. I'll be quiet.
Would you rather eat a potato and feel its pain, or, and this one totally applies to my daughter, be a potato?
I think I'll eat a potato and feel its pain.
Really?
It's quick. All I do is eat the potato and feel the pain while I'm eating the potato, then it's done.
Yeah, but it's the pain of being completely devoured.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'd be a potato. Yeah.
I always say you guys are too alike.
Straight Talk with Kate and Spud. There you go.
That's funny. That's funny.
I know. Here's yours.
Of course it is. Would I rather have vaginas for ears or penises for fingers? Well, that's an easy one. Clearly, that's an easy one. Don't spit your coffee on the microphone or the mixer. Okay.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Vaginas for ears.
I didn't know that was coming, see?
Penises for fingers. Well,
gee, for a girl, what's she going to take?
I'm going to take the vaginas for ears because then it's just a couple or more. Oh, I don't do that sort of thing, though. Well, I don't. You know I don't. I don't. A, I don't have to. And B, I get in trouble if I do. So I'm not going to have penises for fingers. They'd just be wasted.
Oh, no. No, it would be all the more tease. And yes, I'd have vaginas for ears and, well...
Well, I was going to say I'd have 2 more holes and you'd have 10 more...
Yeah, but I'd need to invite over a soccer team to facilitate that. Oh, wait a minute. If I had the fingers...
You have the fingers. I have the ears. So that's 2 more holes for your...
See, that's another one where it's a couple question. It can't be. It's supposed to be individual.
Oh.
See, so for you and me, that would work out perfect. But for everybody else, they'd be like...
They're screwed.
Yeah. Literally, or figuratively, one of the two.
Ooh, well, I love my question. Oh, this is my question, right?
No, you did. Oh, yes, it is.
Awesome.
There you go.
Okay. Would you rather have sex with a goat and no one would know, or not have sex with a goat but everybody thinks you did?
Dun dun dun.
I would pick. Again, I'd have sex with a goat so no one would know because it's quick and it's over. Or else living with the rest of my life with everybody thinking I did and not having any fun to show for it.
It's quick and it's over.
Yeah, when you have sex with the goat.
They said sex with a goat, not sex with me.
Oh,
it's over.
So not the case. But, okay. Yes.
Well, I've always been a huge proponent of not really caring what anybody thinks, so I would go with number 2 there, not have sex with a goat, but have everyone think I did.
That's true.
And in my business, that would probably get me some better jobs.
That probably would. We'd be on the cover of more magazines, so good work.
What do you mean we? I'm the one doing the goat.
So much for the we're one. This is yeah. Cool.
All right.
Ew. Oh, no. I'm so glad I don't have to read this one because this one is just really irking me and I haven't even read the whole question. Well, I did read it, but all right.
Oh, here we go. Would you rather pry off your thumbnail with a fork or put a toothpick under your big toenail and kick a wall?
Okay, there goes that thing in the stomach that you get when like somebody scratches their nails down a border or something like that. Question is read. I get,
All right, calm down. It's just a question.
Oh, I'll take number 1 though.
Yeah, I'll take number 1 too.
I've done that when when you had a boo-boo one and you had to peel the rest off because it was almost all the way off with a boo-boo. So yeah.
Yeah, but you'd have to do this fresh with a fork.
Yeah, well.
That's a saw question. Come on.
I know.
And number 17.
Ooh. Know when you're going to die or know how you're going to die. That's a hard one.
Not really.
I want to know both.
Well, if you knew how, and it was, dying in your bed.
Oh, you're right. If I knew how, I could... all right. No, I'd rather know how.
Well, now you're getting into the time paradox thing.
No, because if I knew how, let's say you're going to...
You'd just avoid doing whatever you were doing when you were... Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Which is that whole time paradox thing. Right.
Right.
But then if you don't know when, it's not that, if you die in your bed, well, when in your bed? What bed?
So you just don't sleep in the bed?
Well, if that's the one that you've already known that you're dying in.
Well, all right.
Or do they not give you those details?
They don't give you the details. I will say how I'm going to, yes. Awesome, though. Great work on the Would You Rathers. I love those.
It's just something to pull together.
Yay.
Why the hell not?
That was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those. Really did.
Mm-hmm.
So would you prefer to, talk about some ridiculous conspiracy theory. Would you rather
Or-
talk about some conspiracy theories?
Or have penises or fingers.
I actually have some more funny would you rathers, if you prefer.
Well, funny. Well, these were pretty funny, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm just on the whole would you rather thing, right?
Okay.
I've got silly, general, gross. So we'll start with the silly.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, these are silly. Would you rather be a cow or a chicken? Bok, 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 bok.
Again, I think written by a 12-year-old.
I think these are more kiddie ones. Well, we asked this one. I asked this one of you when we were discussing what kind of show do we have. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Right. And I chose the horse-sized duck easily.
Right.
They can't kick you. They can't bite you. They got beak. You
Right.
know, what are they going to do?
Right. I think I'm with you on that.
Little sucker's defenseless. Can't kick you from behind. Yeah, no.
Right. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, here's a general one. Would you rather be a horrible dancer or a horrible singer?
Well, a horrible singer because you don't have to go out and sing everywhere.
True, but you don't have to go out and dance everywhere.
Well, no, but you could. That's more fun than singing.
Oh, that's true. Okay. I'd rather be, well, I'm not horrible at either. So what does that happen? What do I do now?
Well, I don't know. You trained as a singer for freaking eons, so I don't know. You might want to, give up dancing.
All right. I'd rather be a horrible dancer.
Just
but
a
I
clue,
just have that natural rhythm. I don't think I can be a horrible dancer.
Well, I think that talent would be taken from you in order to keep singing.
Oh.
The magic would you rather gods, I think, would make that happen.
Oh, here's a good one. Would you rather be the smartest moron or the dumbest genius?
Morons aren't smart even on the high scale, so the dumbest genius.
There you go. Me too.
Yeah.
Way to go. Awesome. Would you rather live out in the wilderness alone or live on as a homeless person in a big city?
Wilderness alone.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
At least there's resources and you kind of feel a little bit of dignity that you're roughing it and surviving a little.
Well, and you're doing it for yourself.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's homeless for themselves.
Okay.
I'm going to aspire to homelessness, yes.
Oh, this I think is easy. I'd choose the second one. But if you're in a public bathroom, would you rather sit on a wet toilet seat or find out that there's no toilet paper after you're finished?
And my answer would be depends on what the wet is.
Oh, okay. All right. Good.
Could I determine it's urine or other fluids, or could I determine it's water? If it's water, I'll sit on a wet toilet
See,
seat.
I would choose the latter too because I always keep napkins or such in my purse.
There you go. See,
Right,
and the moral of that
so-
story really is be prepared.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's about it for the Would You Rathers.
Yeah,
for me
really.
today, folks.
Kind of. Yeah. We're gonna.
Yours
go
were
and
good, though.
Kill that.
Yeah, yours were good.
They weren't bad. Yeah.
How about some ridiculous conspiracy
Well, this
theories?
is kind of something I wanted to get into on the show tonight because, there's so many conspiracy theory shows out there.
Right.
I thought,
And these
hey,
are some
that'd be good.
out of the realm. Like, for example, the poisonous government snow. Georgia, and this is just from this year now.
Well, of course.
Okay.
It's got to be current.
Georgia's not good at snow. 2 inches fell in Atlanta last month. Well, this is like 2 months ago. And amidst car crashes and television parodies, snow skepticism was born. Georgians bravely took to YouTube, determined to demonstrate that neither matches nor lighters nor blowtorches. And a disproportionate number of Georgians seems to own blowtorches. That's pretty scary. So they took to YouTube to prove that nothing could melt that strange white stuff that the government insisted was just frozen water. On film, the snow blackens, twists like plastic, and stubbornly refuses to melt. Although entire web pages are dedicated to debunking the chemical snow theory, the simplest way to deal with snow skeptics is to put the stuff in a microwave or on the stove. Here's the spoiler, folks. It melts. The blackened snow was caused by soot from the lighter because butane burns inefficiently. And as snow turns into slush under a blowtorch, it only appears not to melt. So, the snow is, in fact, slowly melting. But it brings up a good question. Mm-hmm. Who was the first Georgian to decide to burn the snow just to see what would happen.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
ATL. Yeah. Okay. Holy wow.
I'm relocating.
That's right. And absolutely. Yeah, well, you guys can find this for yourself, too. Go to popularmechanics.com. Right?
What?
Yeah, I'll show you. Go to popularmechanics.com.
What the hell am I doing that for?
Well, because I don't want to read all 9 of the stories myself. You're going to help me out, right? Okay. There you go. And while you find that, it's that one. See? Okay. I'll talk about the invasion of the lizard people. Now.
All right.
Here's the thing, and I've seen this on a lot of other shows as well. The theory that there are reptilian beings, and some are even like in the highest level of government, like you know, do the search. That are, like the presidential cabinet and such, that some of them are actually reptilian. You know, so look around you. If you're in the room with 25 other people, the odds are that at least one of them believes the world is run by lizard people. And no joking, peeps, no joking. Because this is a poll done by like Gallup. This is a recent Gallup poll. Oh. Conspiracy junkies are well aware of the theory that cleverly disguised reptilian aliens traveled to Earth thousands of years ago to infiltrate our highest echelons of government.
Uh-huh.
Right. Proof exists in the form of the terrifying YouTube videos that you can see revealing news anchors with reptilian eyes and lack of any better explanation for Rob Ford. So, yeah. You can dispatch the reptilian eye claim with relative ease because it's, easy to do that kind of stuff, Photoshop and, all that stuff. But only if you're willing to suffer through 3 minutes of awful techno music. The quick version, if a video is compressed, sped up, and zoomed in, a clever video editor can transform any human eye into a menacing reptilian slit. But if you insist on clinging to the lizard government theory, at least be prepared. So there you go. And I've seen numerous, documentaries about this stuff, about the, one of the kind of aliens that there are, the reptilians.
Oh, yeah.
And then they've long worked with the government. And, yeah.
Jeb Bush and Hillary Clinton.
Here you go. That's right. What do you got?
You see, Hillary Clinton and Jeb Bush are too stupid to be lizards.
Well, I happen to like Hillary Clinton, but Jeb Bush, yeah,
Okay. Well, moving on. Siri apocalypse. Yes, Siri, of course, the iPhone 4 and 5's voice of the world, which is a.k.a. Susan Bennett, a good friend of HTLA.
Yeah, we actually saw her the other day, yeah.
Yeah, and, the Siri apocalypse is coming.
We weren't supposed to say that, though.
It already came. What?
Weren't we supposed to keep that quiet, remember?
What?
About who is Siri.
Oh, no, there's a documentary on Netflix all about it, actually.
Oh, all right.
What is July 27th, 2014? Well, besides being in the past, check your calendar and you'll notice that it's a Sunday. But ask Siri, and you might discover that the 27th is the appointed time for the opening of the gates of Hades.
Wow.
Several shocked iPhone users reported last month that Siri had officially scheduled the apocalypse for this summer, in an odd move that the usual suspects took quite seriously, of course. This particular trick didn't work when we tried it, but we can't promise it never happened. Apple developers are strange birds, after all, and iPhone users are still discovering odd pearls of wisdom and other Easter eggs coded into Siri. Various sources attribute the arbitrary doomsday date in this conspiracy theory to a Chinese ghost month.
Oh, yeah.
Or the end of Ramadan, when Muslims believe the gates of hell reopen.
Right.
But a few weird programmers do not an apocalypse make, and we are fairly confident that Siri has no idea when the world will end. And in comment from Susan, she says, I never recorded that.
Yeah, no.
There you go.
Well, that's a good idea, attributing it to... It was probably an official, and like they say, in Ramadan, there actually is that belief that that's the day.
Well, there's a lot of beliefs in the old Muslim religion there.
Right. So the calendar, the way the computer stuff works, they just, put it that way, and then some person took it that way, and then off we go with the gossip that is us.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
So. You want...
This
to
is
do
you.
this?
Oh, me? Okay.
Well, I did 2. Now you can do 2.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Alrighty.
Adam and Eve, super intelligent beings from outer space.
Huh.
Well, now that even Bill Nye has weighed in on the debate about creationism and evolution,
Right.
some of us would welcome any sort of common ground between science and religion. The ancient alien theory may offer a solution. Adam and Eve were, of course, extraterrestrials who traveled to Earth aboard a space ark piloted by, you guessed it, Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Russell Crowe, space commander. Predictably, the conspiracy theorists' proof of this story abounds, but the government, of course, insists on keeping it all under lock and key. Several scholars now claim that through the Freedom of Information Act, they're finally able to access piles of declassified documents, with most information omitted. Official reports say that they prove a flying saucer once crashed into Mount Ararat in Turkey.
Wow.
Where it is traditionally believed that Noah's Ark came to rest after the Great Flood.
Yeah, I heard that.
Well, anyway, it just doesn't seem likely that Noah's intergalactic starship, after tumbling through space and dodging meteor showers, finally ran aground in Turkey. But forgetting this silly story for a second, there's real scientific data of panspermia, which raises the possibility of our planet's first single-celled organisms have extraterrestrial origins.
Wow.
And actually, that was in a story today. We didn't actually do it on Coffee and Cigarettes, but it was in a story that came out today from the Associated Press about the discovery of these microscopic titanium balls with biomatter inside them. And they don't know, they've discovered these things, but they don't know what they are, and they don't really know how to identify the biomass yet. But they say it could be the seeds of life. They were actually not found on the ground or underground or in the ocean. They were actually found in cloud samples.
Wow.
In the sky, 16,000 feet up.
But titanium.
Yeah.
Scary stuff. Good, though. Good scary.
Yeah.
We are not alone.
Well, let's give me a couple hours here, and I'll work out a conspiracy theory for that.
I'm sure you will.
There you go.
Well, you're usually the one that solves them as opposed to creating them, so.
True.
Right. He solved all the world's problems in one episode of his first show many years ago.
Yeah, the very first Crash Talk. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. It's the first Crash Talk.
It was.
Wow. All right. Calendar conspiracies have been abounding for just about ever.
That's the advantages of being the dumb genius.
Yeah, see, that's right. I'm just the smart moron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's why you're in charge, see? That's why that works like that. All right. So, like I said, calendar conspiracies have been around since Nostradamus and even before then. In the 1980s, though, German historian Heribert Illig noticed that there were scant archaeological records from 614 to 911 AD. Obviously, he concluded that those 300 or so years of history just never happened.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah, I mean, because there were no archaeological records, they just, we skipped them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you watch me. I'll produce a validated parking ticket from 608
That's right.
AD.
Well, I just figured it was like one giant kind of leap year thing. That's what they did. But Illig's phantom time hypothesis motions that all documents referring to that time period were forged, and that contemporary archaeologists work really hard to cover up the truth. We currently live in the year 1708, and someone's been messing with our calendars.
Of course.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool because I love the clothes, love the music. The food didn't suck if you were wealthy, and my butt would be at Versailles. So
no, actually, according to his time theory, if we're in 1708 right now, that would have happened still 400 years ago.
Oh, he says we're in 1708 now.
Right. He just shaved off a couple of hundred because he can't find anything for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, here's the question. Here's the question.
What?
The ultimate question is, what's in it for the archaeologist? All these conspiracy theories always seem to benefit somebody, usually the secret shadow government. But in this particular case, he's saying it benefits the archaeologist. How?
Right. And he says there's several. It's not just one.
Right.
So, well, fortunately, we can check an alleged calendar discrepancy by looking at bygone cosmic events through the study of ancient astronomy. Scientists can prove that phenomena such as Halley's Comet have occurred at regular, predictable intervals for thousands of years.
There you go.
Ancient Chinese astronomers took great pains to record the exact position of Halley's Comet in the sky about once every 76 years. And that's not
No.
76 years, it's only a generation, right?
And hey, the Chinese own everything now, so who are we to question them, right?
And modern astronomical software can be used to verify sightings of Halley's Comet. So scientists definitely would have noticed if conspiring historians had lobbed off 3 centuries along the way.
I think they might have clued in, yeah.
Yes. This one that you're going to read now is my favorite. This one's my favorite.
Well, it is pretty good considering recent events.
Oh, yeah, really. Yesterday and the day before, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I, Chris Crass Jesus Taylor, have to announce that the moon does not exist. There you go.
Dun, dun, dun.
So you don't believe that man has walked on the moon, eh? Well, fine. You weren't there. You didn't see it yourself. And you're a bit skeptical. But there's no way anyone could deny the existence of the moon itself, right?
We see it every day. Yeah.
Well, according to a few conspiracy theorists, it turns out the moon is just a convincing hologram placed in the sky to, of course, mess with our heads. Naturally, there is proof in the form of a poorly made YouTube video that shows a power glitch in the moon's artificial electrical system.
Wow.
Yes,
cool beans. I want to see that. Where's the link?
The mad revisionist took the time to parody moon deniers at great length, but it seems that several people didn't get the joke. For a more complete survey of conspiracy theorists who are clearly over the moon, trust me, Google "the moon is a hologram" and prepare to be abundantly disappointed. My goodness. What?
Wow.
And see,
I'm going to Google that now.
I think
I have to.
I really think that these conspiracy theories, it's just out of sheer sheep boredom. I really do. Like who does that benefit? Oh, a holographic moon. Well, you can't tell me that Amazon and Microsoft and all these companies wouldn't have bought up the moon space and had their logos up there. Are you kidding?
Yeah, what about the people that buy the moon? Buy the space on the moon. So
yeah, and you're right. Yeah,
because we're gonna do that.
Yeah,
totally. All right, so how about check this one out? And this one just might be true. I mean, it's not just a conspiracy theory. Anybody who's a frequent traveler might agree. I don't know if it's this particular one. I've been to some really bad ones, but there are conspiracy theories that Denver International Airport is truly hell on earth.
Well, I played Diablo, Diablo
Me too.
2,
3 for me,
Diablo 3. I'm telling you, man, it's Tristram.
It's Tristram.
Hello, my friend. Sit a while and listen.
Yes. Well, as anyone who's ever seen a schedule ruined by a delayed flight can tell you, airports truly are hell. But conspiracy theorists believe that Denver International Airport is quite literally the den of the devil. Yes. Stalwart enemies of the New World Order maintain that a FEMA death camp is hidden beneath the airport, and that satanic symbols line the terminal walls. See, I got to look that up too. Just about every wild theory about Denver International is tidily wrapped up in a 2-part documentary on the topic. You're kidding me. I mean, it's that really wow. If only any part of the documentary was true. The Skeptic Project took great pains to take on this documentary point by point and debunk every last detail.
Right.
Conspiracy theorists claim that Denver's runways form a swastika, and Google Maps suggest otherwise. They claim that the death camp was built to spray hepatitis B on unnamed enemies. That's interesting.
Why hepatitis? I can think of a lot worse stuff.
That's true, but yeah. But the virus makes a rotten tool for genocide.
There you go.
Like it said, first of all, killing it only kills 5 to 10% of those infected. And, sure, it's a crappy thing to have to live with, but it's a livable disease. Just like Lyme disease. You get it, you can't get rid of it.
Right.
But it doesn't kill you right away. Anyway, and the artwork, while creepy and open to interpretation, probably isn't meant to encourage devil worship. So, I mean, that is among the nuttiest ones I've ever heard. And they actually made a documentary about it. What chutzpah.
I don't know. You know, I'll agree with you. That's pretty out there. But I think the greatest, dumbest conspiracy theory of all time, to me, has got to be those chemtrails thing.
Yeah, I'm sure that it's on this list. Or I actually have more. I have the craziest 100 we were going to pick from and choose from after. But
yes, it's a 17-hour marathon show tonight.
No, but we're having fun, so you never know.
Well, we are. And when we get back here, we're going to go for our next commercial break. But when we get back, we're going to tell you about the Stargate that's been built to awaken the Egyptian god Osiris.
That's
and cool. Yeah, I'm apparently not kidding. We'll be back in 2.
You've got it locked to New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1, New York.
What if there was a coffee that was sourced from some of the world's most renowned growing regions, abundant with rich, fertile soil? What if this coffee was picked at the perfect moment, then packed meticulously and shipped carefully to be roasted under the watchful eye of coffee masters? What if it was expertly blended, ground, and sealed, ensuring maximum flavor and freshness, then brewed in small batches and always served fresh within 20 minutes, just the way you like it? Now, what if this coffee just happened to be the coffee you already know and love? Tim Hortons. Always fresh. Always great tasting coffee.
Wait a sec. I found our colors.
We've made a decision.
Great. Let's go get you set up. I need the brushes. You should check out our workshop.
Push your color boundaries while staying well within your budget walls.
I want to paint something else.
More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Behr Premium Plus Interior Paint. Only at the Home Depot and now only $23.46 a gallon.
I've been so inspired by being in New York because everything from what people are wearing on the street to the way they're interacting with each other, to drive through the West Village at night and you see a couple kissing on the street, or you see someone fighting outside their apartment, or you see so much humanity on a daily basis that even if you're not inspired by your own life that day, you can be inspired by someone else's life.
You got that long hair, slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl face and a tight little skirt. And we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style. Take me out.
There's only one place to get more Taylor.
Some said the U.S. has lost its innovative power. We said America is lighting the way as the innovation nation. Singular insights, superior execution. That's the power of global connections. Bank of America, Merrill Lynch. Voted top global research firm 2011, 12, and 13.
Once again, every sip of your favorite coffee gets you closer to spectacular prizes with the return of Roll Up the Rim to Win. Like one of 1,000 Napoleon Gourmet Grills. One of 100 $5,000 MasterCard prepaid cards. One of millions of coffee and food prizes. Or one of 40 Toyota RAV4s. It's the coffee you love and the cup you love to roll.
And you're listening to Straight Talk with Kate and Crash on HTLA Radio 1, New York.
Well, there you go. We are back tonight for a special late night Straight Talk with Kate and Crash. And tonight it's the CIA files. Yes, we're getting into the, actually a whole lot of nothing. We're rolling on everything from would you rathers to conspiracy theories, just general conversation about all the new and fun stuff coming our way, starting as soon as next Monday night on Straight Talk with our first celebrity guest of the season, the one, the only, Mr. Jeremy Irvine. Yes, you may have seen him in One Night in Mexico, film with Robert Duvall. Well, he's coming out this month with his new film, Beyond the Reach, with the legendary Hollywood actor and director and, well, just about everything, royal family of Hollywood, I guess you'd say, Michael Douglas. Yeah, still going strong. Still putting out great films, and this one's going to be no different. Looking forward to it. Anywho, moving on here. We're currently in the midst of some utterly ridiculous conspiracy theories that we're serving up to you tonight, and we're not kicking on them too bad, I don't think. No, we're just kind of giving them to you and going, wow. There you go. Of course, tonight's episode is, of course, brought to you by Tim Hortons, New York City, now with 8 locations in the city to serve all your coffee and baked goods needs. And it's good. Let me tell you, it's always fresh. Tim Hortons. So yeah, well, Kate stepped out for a few moments here. She's gone somewhere. I don't know where. So I'm just going to carry on because this next one, wow, it's kind of nuts. Yeah. CERN, C-E-R-N, built a stargate to awaken the Egyptian god Osiris. Yeah, not even kidding. Scientists were pretty much asking for it, a natural successor to Area 51. CERN's Large Hadron Collider, LHC, is a secret underground laboratory that just begs conspiracy theorists to, of course, speculate wildly, and speculate, oh yes, they have. Conspiracy theorists tried to sue CERN in 2008 for almost sucking the entire planet into a black hole.
I remember that.
Leaving nothing but our holographic moon. Another area, or another idea, is far more creative. Turns out the occult scientists at CERN are building a stargate to revive Osiris, the ancient Egyptian god of the dead, and they have photographic proof. Yes, they do. A statue of the Hindu god Shiva stands at the entrance to the LHC. That's their evidence right there. Plain as day. Put aside the fact that physics experiments can't bring back the dead, fine, but what the heck does a statue of a multi-armed Hindu god have to do with
Osiris?
Reviving Osiris.
Yeah.
One of the largest Hindu sects in India considers Shiva their supreme god, and odds are that a religious researcher at CERN decided to invite his lord into the lab. Yeah, admittedly, for a pretty interesting Bring Your God to Work day. There you go. God,
Bring Your God to Work day.
It's kind of like, how do these people feed themselves? How do they? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, next story is clearly yours.
I know, but it should have been yours. How about that? I know.
I'm going to run away now.
Oh, no, it's okay. Shark spies.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun. I mean, we know that dolphins are brilliant and, been trained by the military for really, really decades now, too.
Yeah.
I think believe since World War II, right?
The dolphins, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. See, I know some things.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Never said you didn't.
No, not you. All right. When shark attacks off the off the coast of Egypt, I'm always East Coast, yeah, because that's where we are. When shark attacks off the coast of Egypt sent beach tourism plummeting in 2010, government officials rushed to provide explanations. People were freaking out, right? Now, their best guess was remote-controlled Israeli sharks. Yeah.
Blame the Jews.
All right. Okay. Immediately following the attack, a prominent Egyptian governor said that the Israeli shark theory is not out of the question, but it needs time to confirm. Soon after, proof began to trickle in. Egyptian divers reported sharks outfitted with GPS devices in the Red Sea. And it didn't take long for mind-controlled bionic shark spies to enter the canon of conspiracy theories. Yes.
Mind-controlled
bionic
shark spy. You know that's going to be the next NATO movie.
Dun, 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 dun,
Mind-controlled bionic sharknadoes.
Yeah, that's
there you
right.
go.
I kind of dig that, though. That's kind of cool. I'll get on the screenplay right away. All right. Scientists later confirmed that the robotic shark gear was just GPS tracking hardware designed to help scientists study sharks in their natural habitats.
Go figure.
Yeah, sure. And an anticlimactic turn of events, Egypt ultimately attributed the shark attacks to rampant sheep carcass dumping off the coast. So, yeah. Well, that'll do it, right? How many miles do they smell blood from?
Yeah.
By then, of course, it was too late to calm the conspiracy theorists or to dissuade Stephen Colbert from siding with the believers.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He's out there, too.
Wow.
But, yeah. You know, that's, like I said, dolphins I could see. Because, well, maybe not the mind-controlled bionic part. But, you know, strapping them on and letting them spy on, you know, the other camps' naval machinations or whatever it is. But
well, you know, sure, but it would be a lot of work for no gain because, of course,
they don't talk in the water about
with
it.
satellite technology today, all we've got to do is turn one, get it over some coordinates, and take photos. What the hell do we do?
Yeah, really, good point. Truth be told, that's right. I've got some other really funny ones, though. Yeah, like I got the worst 100 nutty conspiracy theories of all time.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, and your favorites on here, and you know a bit about it, so we'll talk. I'll let you talk on that. But
okay.
Of course, number 100 is the Illuminati.
That's not number 100. I thought it'd be number 1.
I know, me too. Right.
Weird.
Number 99, the protocol of all kinds of scion. So about the secret agendas ruling the worlds of politics, and you know all this stuff that.
No money speculation is what that is.
Right. Exactly. So it's the theory that, you know, all the world leaders will be eventually made to act like mindless puppies, you know. But the Matrix, that's on there.
It's funny how somebody takes an innovative screenplay and turns it into a conspiracy theory.
I know, right? Oh, check this out. The patriarchy, you know. So, the theory states that all men in the world constitute a conspiracy against all women, while the more truthful state is that all men conspire against all other men in order to get as many women as possible. Penis all the way.
That makes sense. There you go.
You think? Really? With all the feminist men around?
No, absolutely blown out of the water.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, totally. Capricorn 1, and that's the theory that man on the moon was just a hoax. You know.
Right.
Chemtrails. This is yours. Now, chemtrails was 95 on the list.
Why so hot? What the heck?
I know. We're going to see. I'm interested to see what's moving on up the list here because, yeah.
Obama is a robot.
Yeah, chemtrails is the government has a secret plan to make us all impotent and docile by spraying us with poison chemicals from airplanes in high altitudes.
And, of course, the government breathes the same air, so...
Right, and that's what you say. That's always his excellent point about... Here you go, you can help, see? The excellent point, you know, about why would they do that, because you can't pick and choose what air you breathe.
You know what? I'll tell you what makes us impotent and docile in this country.
Feminism.
Yeah. And it's not chemicals.
No.
It's our own lack of drive and ambition that's been bred out of us these last 30 or 40 years. That's what it is. And it is feminism, isn't it? And it is, you know, all this PC BS crap. It almost... It almost makes you think, geez, you know, why do people get up in the morning?
Right.
Right?
No, I hear you.
You know, oh, well, here, have an iPhone, be distracted. Here, have a computer, have a laptop, have this, have that, have Netflix, just don't look. Just be docile. And I mean...
Well, the only good thing about that, though, is who would I have married had I not had the internet and found you 3,000 miles away? Probably the only real man to my real woman left. You know.
Well, I don't know, but on a societal level, that's irrelevant.
Well, it's not irrelevant though, because you're looking at there are real women out there that can't find real men.
And there's so many tens of millions more women out there that don't want to find real men.
Well, they don't even have a clue what that is. They think the television's depiction is what it is. But that's another show. All right, 94 hell. That's a big conspiracy theory.
Really?
The theory states that hell's a lie perpetrated by the church to control the masses. Well, all of religion is, but naturally the person who thought this up is now Satan's bitch. Oh, yeah. So hell doesn't exist. It's just a theory.
Well, see, I don't even think it's a theory, let alone a conspiracy theory. It's not a theory. It's a storybook.
Right, exactly.
In every religion around the world, doesn't matter what it is, they've all got their storybook, and
even though
they all have the bad side. And
right, but listen to this. Even though the Bible's an anthology, anyone with any kind of higher education in writing or literature or filmmaking or whatever it is going to see, even though the Bible is an anthology of stories, that as a whole, collectively, it follows that journey. It follows all the tenets of what a good story is. There's all the characters, all the...
Well, there has to be. Otherwise, we wouldn't be interested.
Exactly. So there you go. So all you have to do is make a comparison between that book and any other book, and you'll see it was clearly written.
Right.
So there you go. Ice. There's no ice. There's never been any ice. Ice is just a myth.
Oh.
Yes.
Tell that to anybody in the Northeast.
That's right. Oh, God, especially this winter. Right. Damn it. We just got the ice off our gorgeous deck 2 days ago. And that's because my big bad hubby with that big sharp shovel, it was literally inches and inches thick, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was like permafrost ice.
Yeah.
It was scary, right?
Well, nothing new.
The man. The theory stating that somewhere the man is keeping you down.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Is it a result of just some push-down machine or maybe a suction device of mutant power? No, it's just gravity. Gravity's what's keeping you down. Be thankful for that. Outer space is full of robots.
I don't believe that. The man is actually you.
Right. Exactly.
You're the only one that keeps you down.
That's right. You said it.
I'm the man, goddammit.
You are.
Well, so are you. Don't touch me. I'm not gay.
I'm not the man. I'm the girl in this relationship.
Metaphorically speaking.
I know. Mirrors.
Oh, no, don't go through every single one of them. We don't have time for 100. Get down to the top 10, will you?
This is so much fun. All right,
mirrors.
We'll go to the top 10.
Yeah, mirrors don't reflect. They're actually portals into
a parallel universe containing our evil twins. That is a great theory. That's a great theory. See, I'm coming back to this page because I want all of these as stories.
Well, yeah, except if that conspiracy theory was true, then my evil twin would look down at my little penis and laugh. And he doesn't. See?
Oh, you're just so...
There you go. Proof right there.
All right. Oh, you know what's really bad? Steve Irwin's death, people are claiming, is a myth. That's really just wrong. And, of course, 9/11, that was a myth.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, that's number 81. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, George Bush is a GRU. I don't know what a GRU is, but there's a great picture of him there. Oh, we have to find that. What's a GRU?
The Hemispherical Canada Mocking Conspiracy.
Right. There's isolated cells of fanatics living in the U.S. that are being supported by South American governments while covertly trying to make Spanish the official language of the United States. This conspiracy reaches from Dora the Explorer on down. The final goal is to make everyone speak Spanish so everyone can make fun of Canada for being the only major country in the landmass that can't speak Spanish. If there's time left, Haiti and Trinidad and Tobago will be mocked too. There we go.
Yes, because that benefits...
no one.
Right.
I mean, what's it? Dora the Explorer on down. That's a trip. Look out, Tristan. Dora and Diego are in trouble. They're coming for you.
Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney there is no Dick Cheney. He's an ex-Mr. Clean spokesman who got fired because he thought the earring was girly. Yeah. So these are just crazy, nutty ones. Hitler's brain is being kept alive inside a jar, forever plotting revenge. It currently resides next to Stalin's brain in a private collection of evil living brains. If you put them in a fish tank, they'll fight each other.
Yes.
Yes.
True story.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, let's just go down to the top 10.
All right, I'm getting there. Well, this is interesting, though. 69, disappearing animal populations, because that's not untrue, right? Scientists report that many animal populations have dropped due to pollution, men taking their land, etc. This is what the animals want you to think. Those animals are really in hidden lairs amassing weapons, collecting intelligence on their enemy, NAN, and getting combat training, and when they're ready, they'll counter-strike.
Right.
Right. Well, this one makes me really angry that the Space Shuttle Challenger was a myth. That didn't happen. You know?
Well, again.
Right.
Pretty obvious. People are still finding pieces
Obviously,
of it.
the huge ones, and I'm surprised that this is only 59 global warming.
Yeah, government plot, yes.
Yeah, this is insane.
Well, I guess it's got some elements of merit. I mean, if the government said that there was global warming and made you put in all your money, even earlier this week, President Obama was pushing those solar panels again. And you have to wonder why he'd do that when all of those utility companies powering the USA are in his pocket. And why would he be pushing all the solar power stuff? Well, it's that global warming. But then he keeps those corporations going, doesn't he? Those huge multinational corporations that keep destroying the globe, if that were true. So that's all really convoluted. You never know.
All right.
I don't know what to make of that one.
Walmart's a front for the Department of Defense. That's number 23.
Well, then you'd think they'd have a better gun selection.
Oh, and you'd think that, well, I don't know. Look at the customers. They have those, they call them Walmartians.
Who cares about the customers? It's all about the bottom line. The customers got money. I don't care what they look like.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I'm thinking of a literal front, just not a money laundering front. Like, you know, when the end of the world comes, like the floor opens or something, and, you know, an elevator takes you down into the,
So Walmart is really the gateway to hell.
The do you want to play a game room? You know, there you go. That's right. Here is a conspiracy theory you might find interesting. Number 21, that Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually a known Nazi.
Yeah, heard it lots of times. That's just people saying that because of the way he talks.
And married into the Kennedy family, though.
Yeah, but they're not Nazis.
No, but...
They're drunkards, but they're not Nazis.
Okay. So, let's see. Number 10. Here we go. Number 10. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Number 10 is that the world war will actually be between USA and China. The next world war.
I actually kind of believed that until I saw the documentary there on Netflix a couple of weeks back that China already owns the U.S., so there's no war.
Yeah, but China, did you watch the China's Dead one? Or The Death of China?
No.
All right, that's another one. It's on Netflix, folks. Go watch it. It's called The Death of China. You might have a different opinion on that after you watch that.
No.
So there you go. Right.
All right.
Yeah, they're growing in population, and we're not on the best terms with them. But I don't think we're going to have war declared on us because...
Well, if that was the case, then why are all these pregnant Chinese women taking these pregnancy tours from China to the United States to deliver their babies so that they have American citizens? Not very smart if you're going to have a war with that country.
Right. True enough. But that's a smart idea. Why didn't I just go and have Tristan in Canada?
I don't know. Why did you want a Canadian son?
I married a Canadian husband?
Well, yeah, but if you still got him going to school down here in Looneyville,
well,
it's
we
not
can't, because he's born here now. I can't just bring him back now, can I?
No,
but I could have if I'd had him, and they would have treated me better.
Well, we're gonna, because Obama's kicking me out anyway.
No, he's not going to touch you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big story on Coffee and Cigarettes yesterday. You should have seen it.
You're not Mexican. You're safe. All right. So, number 9, you can play golf with a bat and a baseball. No, you can't. Golf requires a golf club and a golf ball, not bats and baseballs. What?
That doesn't even make any sense.
That doesn't either.
How is that in the top 10?
9.
How is that?
And number 8 is why the hell did we skip all those other numbers? The number 7 is a myth. It doesn't exist. Number 6, toffee apples. The theory that toffee apples are a form of your daily fruit content is a myth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if broccoli was covered in poop, it wouldn't still be as good for you as if it weren't. I cover my broccoli in cheese. There you go.
There you have it.
5, Jesus, he never loved you.
Fair enough.
Number 4, democracy. You're not going to tell me you actually thought it existed.
No.
Right.
But then we don't live in a democracy, and people seem to think we do.
I know. Number 3, Guns N' Roses. Sure, they exist. It's just a conspiracy why anyone thinks they're good.
That's okay.
Yeah, these are not. These are more honorable mention-y kind of things. Number 2, water. People don't need to drink. They're just addicted to the stuff. Tap water only furthers the stereotype that it's necessary. Cavemen were known for not drinking any liquids, and they turned out just fine. There you go. And 1, existence. That's the biggest conspiracy theory of all.
Well, I wouldn't technically call it a conspiracy theory. Maybe a philosopher's forum opening statement or something.
And there you go. Right.
Wow.
So what else you got?
That's terrible.
Yeah, I know. That was a bad one. That was just nutty, funny, kind of ones. But
yeah.
There's actually some logical ones. The ones that are possibly true. So.
Okay.
I know.
I'll let you have one, and if it's not, I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Well, the whole, the Malaysian Flight 370, that was the biggest one. That there are many theories abound.
You don't need the theory. It crashed in the ocean and sank.
I know, but why? The theory of why it did. And all the, there's a fire in the cockpit. That's what led the captain.
Or a cock in the fire pit.
That's right. That's what led the captain to turn west. And, there was the loss of communication and blah, blah, blah. And that's why, the distress call never came and they couldn't find it and all that stuff. And they flew for hours and ran out of gas. And
but here's the thing. Stop. That's not a conspiracy.
No, wait. That's just one of the theories.
Okay.
The other is that Russian special ops took it. Right. Well, these are just the theories that there was a...
Yeah, no, but the theories... If a theory is going to be credible, as far as conspiracies go, somebody's got to be a winner. There's got to be a reason why all these people, or all these money people, or all these government people, or all these special people have this happen in whatever set of circumstances. Otherwise, why would you conspire to nothing?
I don't know, but I'm just saying this is what people are theorizing happened to the flight.
Well, they're just talking at the water cooler. They got nothing to talk about.
That the U.S. military shot it down, or that it's in Pakistan, or, CNN anchor Don Lemon actually suggested that it was a black hole.
And now CNN anchor Don Lemon is looking for a job.
Well, here's something that's not a conspiracy. Mercedes is coming out with a luxury pickup truck.
Ooh.
And I just saw the look on your face, and I would like to have that, too. I want to be the first one to have it.
Ooh.
Can we have it?
Yeah.
All right, you find a story, I'll look at the new Mercedes. Well, we're actually getting a new one in a few weeks, so I was going to go SUV, but if this is out, I don't know.
Ooh.
Pretty sexy. Time to upgrade my old one. Yeah.
Damn.
It is nice.
Well, that's kind of, yeah. Wow.
Well, it's time to sign off anyway.
Kind of shocked. Yeah, we are coming up on the end of the show here. And
it was fun. I loved those and Would You Rathers. They were funny.
They were. And it was actually kind of entertaining. Yeah, I did enjoy that.
I know.
And if you enjoyed it, you can check out more of our stuff, of course, at HTLARadio1.com. That's the number one, just like us. Again, we are HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk.
That's right. Yes, we are.
And we can legally say that because we're New York's only talk.
Well, we are the innovative Internet's first all talk.
Well, it doesn't matter. Even terrestrial radio in New York, there's no talk stations.
Well, not on FM.
Not even on AM.
There's always
AM 800 or whatever it is. Oh.
Well, it's not talk like us, but,
No.
It's news.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
so I guess we're it.
Who the hell wants to hear that?
So we are it.
Well, there you go. I've been
the
saying
only
it.
one.
The only one.
We are the one.
Right
That's
there.
Right. Okay.
Well,
I would like to thank HTLA Radio 1 for allowing us to bring you the issues that matter with those that they matter most to. And tonight it was just some fun stuff. Conversations with Kate and Crash, yes. For keeping us on the air, and hopefully many, many more years to come, we shall be here having these fun shows with you. A huge thank you to our sponsors and supporters. And, of course, we are nothing without you, our listeners. Last but not at all least, thank you to my producer, co-host, and husband. So fun. So funny. Love you so much.
Oh, yeah.
The one, the only, Christopher John Taylor. Now, be sure to be here next Monday, Meeps, because
Jeremy Irvine.
Oh, that's right. We do know who's showing up to talk straight on Straight Talk. That's right. Otherwise, you never know who's going to show up on Straight Talk to talk straight. But next Monday, the 13th of April, Jeremy Irvine will be here with us. And we're going to have a heck of a fun show then, too.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Be your only one, too, and whatever you do. We will see you next time. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, coffee and cigarettes. Be here.
Or
Good
be
night.
queer.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go.
Listening to Straight Talk with Kate and Crash on HTLA Radio 1, New York.